Hi there guys, Bowlington here, and today I'd like to welcome you to another extreme ant farm. And today I'm having a keyboard glitch while fighting skeletons, and yeah, so I'm just doing pretty good right off the bat here. Today is much better. I have not had to talk to any of those morons at Comcast. The internet it's fast, as I found out from uploading last night. I've gotten to the point where the uploading takes less time than the rendering, which is a good problem to have, and I'm still going to have them come figure out why the connection is not, like, staying connected. It keeps dropping the connection randomly throughout the day, and that's really irritating, especially for anything like Netflix. Like, Netflix will just stop working randomly, and I have no explanation for why, other than just Comcast being terrible. But other than that, I was able to get back to my original sense of quality, as you guys noticed yesterday in the hardcore episode that I uploaded, which I'm apologize again for being just a rage fest about Comcast, but that's I wanted to get that off my chest. Oh my god, it's a creeper. What's up? What's up, buddy? Beast him. But I just needed to get that off my chest. I still haven't fixed the game sounds, which I will be doing here in the next day or so. It's just I'm really lazy when it comes to updating my Minecraft client, because I do it so often, and then there's just sometimes when I have to do it where I'm just like, oh, screw it, please, I just don't want to have to do this right now. But, and right now is one of those times, I just haven't done it yet. I will be doing it soon, and I don't know what I took damage from there a second ago. That was a bit strange. But we're going to head back to base. Actually, I think base is down here. Okay, whew, scared me. Thank God I've got armor on. And feather falling boots are fantastic for traversing this area around here. But I am going to go take a look at the achievements and see what needs to be done. I still haven't finished designing this room yet. I've been harvesting the nether wart as it comes in, but I haven't been really getting on that very much. I really should start putting more into making potions, because potions are explicitly useful, and my render distance is actually turned all the way down. Put it back too far. There we go. Alright, that's better. I had it on render distance tiny because I was... Ooh, actually, yeah, render distance far is normal. But, no, let's go back. Let's stick it on normal for now, just because I want the frames rather than the distance. I'm not worried about the distance right now. But we're going to go take a look at the achievements in the main area and see what needs to be done, see what I haven't done yet, and yeah. But last episode when we were here, we saw ourselves at the bottom of the ant farm down there, and we were having that weird glitch problem. I found out that it was Chuck. Chuck was standing on the inside here teleporting me on the pressure plates, and I really should have foreseen that happening, but I didn't, and that's what the reason was. But I got lucky being down here. I had a really wide open place in a chest, just a random chest that I had down there at the end. So what I did was, and I had to switch into creative mode to do this just because I wasn't going to be able to fix it any other way, was I ran to the chest, threw all of my stuff in there, and then went... Actually, I think I killed myself. I don't think I went into creative. I think I killed myself and spawned back in here and then figured out what the problem was. But somebody who is a harsh critic in one of the comments said that there is no more magical items. Well, you, sir, you are wrong. And I bet you that you were wrong, and you didn't respond because you probably knew that you were wrong. But there are magical items, and I actually have one. There's a redstone torch that I have in my inventory back at the base, or I may have lost it when I died, and I'll have to go back and check the video, but I may have lost it when I died and went to the original ant farm. But there was a magical item. There are still more, and you, sir, are wrong, and you know it. So yeah, this is the last one that I had. This is the last skeleton dungeon. The purple one right here that was for this one was a metal that was dropped by a skeleton killing a creeper, so I can go ahead and go incinerate it right over, yeah, there we go. And yeah, we'll go take a look at Chuck and his new expensive enclosure. I stuck him in here just because he was standing on those pressure plates and he wouldn't move. Like, I couldn't push him around. If I pushed him away, he would go right back there and stand on him. So Chuck is going to stay in this little emerald habitat for as long as I want. I don't care that I'm breaking the rules, because that's a map breaking bug, and I needed to fix him, but I didn't want to kill him because I've grown quite fond of Chuck. He's family now, and I want him to stay that way. So let's see what we've got here. Make the Nether Fortress safe and loot it. I've done that. Brew a splash potion of regeneration 2. Make a gunpowder farm. This is the thing that I was worried about. I didn't think I'd be able to do that because I don't have any creeper spawners left, so I'll have to think about that. Make a renewable coin source. My ender pearl farm is actually a renewable coin source, so I can go at... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I'll have to come back with some glowstone and fix that with a piece of smoothstone, but I want that item frame. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have some smoothstone, so I can just repair the smoothstone real quick. Alright, so let's put one here, and then I'll bring a piece of glowstone back and fix those. But that one's finished. I got a diamond block out of it, which is pretty cool. That's very useful. What else have we got? Complete the metal room. I don't know how many I have left. I could be almost finished. I still have 2 zombie dungeons to find. I've done the creeper, done the spider, done the skeletons, done the zombie pigman dungeon. I don't remember there being a zombie pigman dungeon. That's weird. I don't remember that. I had this one because this is a fail metal. Where's the fail metal dispenser, actually? I know there is one. I just don't remember where they put it. Fail metal exchange. No, I don't want to do that. I want to talk to you. Why can't I trade with you? Can I trade with you? Hello? Hello, customer here. This is just going to be an experiment. Oh, I'm in adventure mode. I guess I can't do that in here. Can I go talk to this guy? Yeah, I can talk to him, but I can't talk to these two. I guess they just don't like me. No, there's some kind of glitch here. I will have to look into this, but this is where I get the fail metal, and I'll put one in there when I figure out why I can't talk to him. That might be a known bug that MG Platinum knows about, but I'm not sure if he does or not. So yeah, there's that. Gunpowder farm, renewable coin, complete the metal room. I'm close, but I'm not finished apparently. That's the final dungeon. This is place the egg in its shrine on the very top. I haven't done that. This is the optional forbidden ant farm, which I will be doing, but I haven't done so far. And yeah, so let's go knock around the... Actually, where's the ender chest? I think it's right here. I've got too much stuff in my inventory. Let's run back to our base real quick, and we'll go throw some of this junk in a chest, and then we'll go bum around the end zone a little bit before the episode's over. And yeah, so the past couple of days I've already done the updates in the other videos. You guys know what I've been up to, what I've been dealing with lately. But the other thing that I told you about in the sky grid that Google really just destroyed was I've been playing lots of Skyrim, and I started a new character, and I'm going for a playthrough that I've not really done before. It's well, I've done it in parts before, but I haven't done it to the extent that I'm doing it now. And it's just a purely a stealth class. The only two things that I've done, the only two quests that I've done are the first one so that you can buy the Breeze Home in Whiterun, and then I did the other one. I'm doing the Thieves Guild. That's the thing that I'm doing. But I'm not racing through the game. I'm leveling my character. Like I've been sitting on level 11 for probably 5 or 6 hours now, and the reason that I'm sitting on that level for so much is because I want to... I think this is where I was putting item frames. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to just race through the game, because I'm sure I could if I wanted to. But what I've been doing is going around and just absolutely doing as much micromanaging as possible. And what I mean by micromanaging is I have basically been just completely clearing out my inventory after every single dungeon. Like, I don't leave Whiterun unless I have, actually, I'm going to take some of these out. I don't leave Whiterun unless I have less than 75 points of inventory space that I'm using, and I can carry like 340 pounds of gear now, and I do that, and then when I go to a dungeon, I absolutely completely pick that place clean of everything and sell everything possible just to make money, and it's worked really well. I had Breeze Home bought before I didn't even put the diamonds away, which is what I was going to do. I had Breeze Home bought before I was level 7. I have probably 6,000 or 7,000 excess gold right now that I'm just sitting on that I've accumulated over the past day or so, and I'm playing this character extremely smart. I have always watched the videos from Gopher, and Gopher is a modder. He's a prominent modder in the Skyrim community for the PC. He's done mods for Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and he's a really cool Let's Player, and he's one of those people that he not only plays with the mods, but he knows how the mods work, so he can sit there and he can explain the ins and outs of modding, and if something stops working or if he finds an issue with the mod, he can go in there and fix it himself, rather than being, if I tried to do something like that, a mod would throw me an error and I would sit there and scratch my head for a week and not figure out how to fix it. So he's cool in that respect. He's got a fantastic voice for Let's Playing, and that's who I've been watching play Skyrim. Is he's had a Skyrim Let's Play going for a really long time, and I have lots of Eyes of Ender. But I've been watching him, and he is an extremely smart player in the respect that he micromanages his character when he's out exploring for stuff. He picks up leather pelt, or he picks up animal pelts whenever he can, so that he can go ahead and craft them when he gets back to civilization. I've been doing that. I've been riding by horseback pretty much everywhere that I go, and I've also been collecting pelts of everything I can find. Like, I made the trip from Whiterun to Riften the long way through the mountains, and when I got to Riften, I had probably 12 wolf pelts, a couple of saber cat pelts, a few fox pelts, I had a bunch of pelts, and when I got there, I was able to do a whole lot of smithing, and I'm really, in past playthroughs of Skyrim and things like Fallout 3, I really abused the fast travel system. But during this Let's Play, I've taken that into consideration, knowing that I abuse it a fair amount, and pretty much what I've been doing is I've been going under the mantra that if I haven't walked there, I don't really... Oh, I need to leave these here. That's why they're there. Going under the mantra that I have to walk to every single place at least once before I can fast travel, and then if I am going to fast travel, even then, I'm only going to do it if I have an explicitly good reason, or it's 3 a.m. and I'm exhausted and I want to finish a quest before bed, which has incidentally happened in the last day or so. But what I've been doing is all of the major cities, you can normally take a carriage to them for a couple of gold. Like, I think if you go from Whiterun to Solitude or something, it's like 50 gold or something, but everything else is fairly cheap, and I've not taken the carriages at all. Absolutely have not taken a carriage yet. I'm making it my little private mission to trek to every single major city in Skyrim before I make use of the carriage, or I might not even make use of the carriage. I haven't really decided on where I stand as far as using carriages, because I know that they're there. Fast traveling wouldn't exist if you lived in Skyrim, because that's Bethesda putting that in there for the player's benefit so that they don't get bored being forced to walk everywhere. And I understand that, but I'm not really sure where I sit on the using carriages or not. I may just do it to save time if I'm like live streaming or something, because I am extremely excited to do some live streaming for Skyrim, because Skyrim is one of those games that I just get into it when I'm playing, and I can definitely, I just yesterday, just for practice, I played a couple of different games on my console, and I was practicing different ways to commentate and just see how good I was at doing it before I jumped in head first and started live streaming every day, or live streaming is more than I would normally. And I'm pretty good. Skyrim is one of those games that I can just talk about. Like something will come up and I can either talk about the game, or I can put myself on autopilot like I have been doing throughout this episode in Minecraft, where I'm just on autopilot digging around looking for stuff while I'm focusing on what I'm talking about. And that's something that I've been trying to do more and more of, because I don't like hearing myself say in videos. I still do it, but I'm definitely trying to cut down on it, because I don't like hearing the word If you hear people say then they are searching for the next word in their sentence. And I'm aware that I do it a fair amount, but I try not to, because because of that reason, because I don't think it sounds professional. And if you don't have flow, then it's not as interesting as if somebody did have flow. So if I had gone through that sentence without saying or if I had gone through that sentence with saying instead of going are there any oh god, I just said it, I know, but I don't know if these are okay. These are not activated. All right, so let's take this TNT out of. Oh, thank you, feather falling. Let's take this TNT out of here, so that it's not a hazard if a creeper does decide to show up and wreck my party. Oh, come on, get up here. But yeah, tomorrow is my last day of college for a while, until January, and I'm gonna be really enjoying my time off from that. I think I got all the TNT. I missed some of it, but I'm gonna have more time to do stuff between now and then, and that's gonna be really good for me and really good for my. I just did that. I need to pay attention when I go back up there. But I really need to pay more attention to my channel and everything. And incidentally, today I had a message from a much larger YouTuber than myself. I think he's got almost 6,000 subscribers, who I think he wants to do an interview with me and just ask me about my channel and stuff, much the same way that JD did when he did my channel review a little while back. And I've taken him up on his offer, so I'm going to get up with him very, very soon, probably this evening, and figure out what the deal is with that. I'm not going to release the name yet, because I want to speak to him first before I start throwing names around. But that should I've always said that any publicity that doesn't make you look like an asshole is good publicity, and that's basically. Excuse me, I had to cut out a cough there. My throat is getting a little bit dry, because I had just come from, before recording this, I'd just come from a homeowners association meeting for my neighborhood, and had to spend about 20 minutes talking about where the garbage pile goes for garbage pickup on the weekends, or on alternate Thursdays, or all that stuff. And from the topic there, you can probably take it that most of the people that live in my neighborhood are of the elderly persuasion, which is very true. I live in a pretty upscale neighborhood in a pretty upscale part of my town, and it's pretty much what it is. Lots of old people, and that's not a bad thing, because old people are wise, and you don't have to worry about them doing stupid stuff or having extremely loud parties at late hours, which you would otherwise. And the peace and quiet in my neighborhood is pretty good because of the older people, but I do have my 2 puppies that really like to just bark at stuff, and that kind of gets irritating. But I've learned to live with it, and we are about to do some bark training with our 2 dogs to make them, hopefully, to curb their barking. We're not going to do anything drastic like having their vocal cords removed, because I think that that's inhumane. There's only a couple of situations that I would ever consider something like that, but that's just, I think that that's kind of horrible, because that's like taking a person and taking they're ripping their lungs out because you don't agree with what they're saying. You wouldn't do that to a person, and our 2 puppies are definitely family now, and we absolutely love them, so we're not going to be doing something horrible like that. We're going to be shaving the neck of our female puppy, Callie, because we've been trying to work with a bark collar on her that it detects when she barks and it gives her a little shock, but it doesn't work because she has really, really, really thick fur, and so the little metal pieces are not getting through to her skin. So she's basically cheating us with the whole thing. But we're gonna give her a little shave around her neck to make the bark collar contact her skin, and hopefully she'll be changing her tune when she does that, because it's gotten to the point where some days I can't record in the Ooh, I think I might have found a dungeon. Is it a dungeon that I've found already? I think it is, yeah. But it's gotten to the point where some days it'll interrupt my recording, or it'll interrupt my wanting to record, because I'm just so frustrated at those dogs. I don't want to get on and rage about stuff, because I don't like making videos where I rage. A couple of you people have said that you like watching me rage, and I understand that if I'm playing something like Skygrid and I rage, or if I'm playing Dead Space and I rage, but I don't want to just rage for the sake of raging. I want to have a good, legitimate reason to rage, and that raging at my two dogs because they're puppies and they don't know better is not a good reason to do so. And the other thing you might have noticed is that this video is going to be longer than normal today, and the reason is because that upload from last night, I basically found out that I uploaded that video in probably that 16-minute video in probably 20 minutes, and that was just absolutely incredible. It stayed connected for that long, and it flew. The upload speed just absolutely flew. And what that means is that I can make videos longer without having to make them shorter for the fact that it cuts down on the upload time. I can make the videos as long as I want them to, and then I basically get consistent upload speed. And today my speed test was clocking in at, I think it was 63 down and 11 up, which is pretty incredible. Before I was uploading at 100 kilobytes per second. Last night when I uploaded that video, I was at 2 megabits per second, which is 200 times better, which is fantastic. And that's just, it's all around, it's good. So this video is a little bit longer for that reason. I'm trying to still test the boundaries of what my upload and my internet connection and everything will be. And the rendering will still take a while, but I've come to terms with that, because rendering always will take a while. You're processing a high definition video file, which takes a lot of space and a lot of time. And I get it. I'm not going to rage about my rendering speed, because there's not much I can do about that. I'm already using, for things like my outro graphics, I'm already using a ProRes format, which a ProRes format will allow the rendering to be a little better, because it allows the program that's rendering the video to have all access to every single keyframe from the entire video, whereas you're using something like an AVI file. Actually, an AVI is a lossless file. If you're using something like an MP4 file, it has to render the keyframes as it plays the video. But if you're using ProRes, files are much, much bigger, but it has access to those keyframes from the beginning. And that's in technical speak, it's a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say. But that's what I use on all that stuff. So I've gotten my rendering down to the most efficient possible from ScreenFlow, but the upload speed has always been the problem for me. But now that the upload speed is pretty incredible, I'm going to be happy with this. I just need to make sure that Comcast comes and fixes the connectivity issue, where it will just randomly drop connection. That's the only thing left that I have to fix. Our phone line actually came on today, so the 24 hours, the low end of their estimate, was what came true, which is fantastic, because that's the only thing that we've gotten out of them recently. If any of you subscribers of mine work at Comcast, please pass my story on to your uppers and let them know that that's wrong. As far as I know, I'm not getting any credit for the amount of downtime that we had, for all of the trouble, all of the incompetency. We're not getting anything for that, which is absolutely horrible. I think they should come to us and make it right after 20 years of customers being customers of theirs, they should make it right with this, but it doesn't look like they're going to, and at this point I'm just kind of relieved that it's over and I don't have to deal with them much anymore. But we didn't find the dungeons that I was looking for. I was able to just kind of talk about stuff, and it felt really good to be able to talk about stuff in an episode and have a lot of the weight off my chest. The only thing I have that I'm really still worried about is my finals tomorrow, which I'm pretty much prepared for. I've studied today all day. I'm going to study tomorrow morning all morning, and I expect to do pretty good. I'm pretty confident that I will do well, and that puts my mind at ease. But I think that's a good place to stop for today. So I would like to thank you guys for watching. For Extreme Ant Farm Survival, this is Bowlington, signing off.